You are listening to The Vocal Technologist. Spoken tech for your ears.
Welcome, everyone. Today we're jumping right into the thick of it, AI, and how it's, well, completely shaking up software development. We're seeing these incredibly powerful new tools, but also some pretty thorny ethical issues popping up. It's quite a landscape.
It really is. And today we're trying to connect some dots for you, looking at AI's capabilities, the costs involved, and some frankly controversial stuff that's impacting everything from, our daily coding habits right up to how the internet itself operates. It's moving so fast.
Okay, let's start with the coding side. These AI coding agents are getting seriously capable, saves a lot of time. But how do we actually leverage that power effectively without, making a complete mess of our code bases?
Yeah, that's key. One interesting idea emerging is shifting how we give these agents context. Moving away from tool-specific files towards more universal README.md files, maybe organized by domain, gives the AI a broader picture. And crucially, we need what you might call quality gates.
Quality gates.
Think of them as automated checks. Linters for code style, type checkers for, types. These aren't just suggestions, they're like environmental rules. They force the AI to keep trying until the code actually meets our standards.
Ah, I see. So the AI writes it, but it has to pass our tests before it gets in, which implies we can't just blindly hit accept, right? Especially not for really important features.
Absolutely not for core features. That
Yeah.
human oversight, actually reading the code, understanding it, it's still paramount.
Yeah.
The big risk if we get lazy, if developers just go into auto-accept mode, is ending up with a really weak architecture. And, developers themselves might lose that deep implementation knowledge.
Right.
Maybe for some simple background tasks, auto-accept is fine.
Yeah.
But for the core logic, no way. Needs careful review.
Okay, so vigilance is needed there.
Yeah.
And it seems like we also need to be vigilant about how AI behaves out on the open web, too. You mentioned controversy. This sounds interesting. What ethical ripples are we seeing?
Well, this brings up a really significant point about transparency online. Cloudflare recently flagged some behavior from Perplexity, the AI answer engine. They described it as stealth crawling.
Stealth crawling. What does that mean?
It means, allegedly, Perplexity's web crawler was trying to hide its identity, changing its user agent, which is like its digital ID badge, also rotating IP addresses, and critically, ignoring robots.txt files after being blocked. Those robots.txt files are basically the keep-out signs of the internet for crawlers.
So ignoring the established rules.
Exactly. It violates those long-standing internet norms of transparency and respecting site owner preferences. It led Cloudflare to stop recognizing Perplexity as a verified bot and actually start blocking it. The key thing for you listening is that these established norms are really being tested right now.
Wow, okay. That's quite something. So AI is powerful, sometimes maybe bending the rules a bit online. But what about the cost side of things? Is all this power actually getting cheaper like we thought it might?
Yeah, that's another interesting twist. It seems like AI subscriptions are kind of hitting a short squeeze, despite hopes that the cost for these big language models would fall dramatically. The demand for the very latest, most powerful ones keeps them expensive.
So no bargain basement prices for the top tier AI yet?
Not really.
Huh.
And what's more, these agents, especially as they get more complex, they chew through tokens, the little bits of text they process, at an exponential rate. This makes those unlimited subscription plans pretty unsustainable. We're already seeing providers like Claude putting weekly usage limits in place.
Right, the economics are catching up. And even with all that power and the cost, it sounds like AI isn't perfect. It still has blind spots.
Oh, definitely. It's not magic. There was a fascinating live benchmark recently. Some top LLMs like versions of GPT-4o and Gemini were tested on identifying fonts. Just, looking at images and descriptions from forum posts.
Identifying fonts, how did they do?
Surprisingly poorly. They were given the images, text, context, multiple guesses, and the accuracy was really low. It just highlights that even really advanced AI struggles with certain specific tasks, especially visual interpretation sometimes. It's a tool, a specialist in many ways, not an all-knowing generalist. Knowing its limits is just as important as knowing its strengths.
So putting it all together, we've got AI agents boosting workflow if managed right, the absolute necessity of human review, these tricky ethical questions about online behavior, rising costs, and even some surprising gaps in capability. It feels like immense potential mixed with some serious growing pains.
That sums it up well. As this tech keeps evolving so quickly, our ability to understand it, to engage with it critically, becomes more important than ever. It's not just about what it can do, but how we manage it all responsibly.
And maybe something for you to think about. As AI weaves itself deeper into technology's fabric, what are the truly crucial skills we'll need? Not just developers, but all of us. What skills help us best navigate this complex, shifting landscape, not just use the tools? Something to mull over.
Spoken Tech, for your ears.